Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my firm assists physicians with employment contract issues. Today, I'm going to talk about how to get out of a physician contract. Now, how to get out of it, I guess, could have different meanings. So first, we'll just go through kind of the normal ways to get out of a contract or how it would end. So first, you have the term of the contract would just end and neither party would renew the agreement. So if you have a 2-year term and it doesn't automatically renew, if no one wants to renegotiate or extend the term, the contract ends, that's it. Second, you can mutually agree with the employer to terminate the agreement. At that point, the contract would end. Third would be without cause termination, meaning you would give some kind of notice. Most contracts, somewhere between 60 to 90 days notice. You give them notice, finish out the 60 days, then you can leave. And then the last kind of way to terminate an agreement is with cause. And I think this probably is what most people think of if they get out of a contract. So in any contract, at least it should state kind of the main reasons how a contract can be terminated with cause or for cause. Now, you'll find that most of these sections list 20 things that the employer can terminate the physician for, and many times it's completely silent as to how the physician can terminate the agreement with cause. Now, obviously, if someone is breaching the contract, meaning not following through on one of the terms of the agreement, then if they're in breach contract, then the physician could theoretically terminate for cause. Now, most of the time, there would be what's called a cure period. And in most cases, it's somewhere between 15 to 30 days. And so how that would work would be if the physician thinks the employer is breaching the contract in some way, they would send them written notice saying, here are the things you are doing that are breaching the contract. And then you have a certain amount of time to fix the breach. And if the breach isn't fixed in that time period, then the physician can immediately terminate the contract. One thing I find is most physician contracts are generally silent as to how the physician can terminate the agreement for cause. Especially if you're with maybe like a smaller physician-owned group. Many of those contracts are highly slanted towards the employer. And that would be one of the things that would favor the employer. So one piece, or at least one suggestion is if you're, given a new employment contract, make certain that there is some language in there that states the employee, meaning the physician, can terminate the agreement for cause if the employer doesn't fix, some kind of breach within a certain period of time. If that's not in the contract, it needs to be. So that would be the way to get out of the agreement. So you have the normal ways, contract ends, mutual agreement, terminate without cause. But the only way to get out, meaning like the employer did something wrong and you want to leave, is you got to give them notice of what they're doing wrong, and then they won't fix it in that time period, and then you can terminate/get out of the contract. These are tricky issues. I get calls all the time from physicians who say, my employer is doing this and doing that, or not doing this. They're not supporting me. I don't have the proper staff. I feel unsafe due to the volume of patients they expect me to see. And my first question is, did you let them know about it? Have you given them notice? There are things that are making this job either unsafe or they're not following through on the contract. And most of the time they say no. Or I've talked to them verbally about it. You need to, in writing, in the notice section of your contract, meaning it will state if there are notices to be given, you need to give it to this, to this address, to this person in this way. You need to follow that. You need to put in writing, these are the things you're doing. that are in breach of contract, or these are the things you're doing that are, kind of making it unsafe to practice. And that's the start. If you haven't done that, hard to go anywhere from there. If you've just been kind of sucking up kind of a terrible working environment for 6 months, and then finally you're fed up and then want to get out immediately, got to let them know about it. Got to give notice. So anyway, well, hopefully that was helpful. If you're a physician, you want to get out of your contract. If you have any questions, please contact my firm. You can give us a call at the number listed below in the description, or reach us on our website, chellelaw.com, CHELLE law.com. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful, and appreciate you watching the video.